We've got some other research out to get across as well, Peter, coming out in the last month, and this has come from the National Australia Bank and, of course, the Centre for Social Impact.
It examines the impact of NAB's microenterprise loans program, and that's the scheme by which NAB gives small business loans for people who typically can't get credit.
We have Corinne Proske, NAB's Head of Community Finance and Development, with us from our Melbourne studio today. Corinne, welcome to Social Business. But I guess we can start by getting you to tell us exactly what a Head of Community Finance and Development Manager at NAB does.
Thank you. I look after a variety of programs that are designed to really help low-income Australians access financial services. So they range from both personal finance and also business finance. We do some really exciting things with partnerships, both with government and with not-for-profits.
Now, Corinne, this is Peter here. It's lovely to see you back. I think last time I saw you were about to go on maternity leave, and it's great to see you back. Now, tell us about... Right. This is a great program. I know a bit about it. It's been up since, I think, 2007, coming up to about 1,000 loans extended. How exactly do these loans work?
The way it works is we have a series of partners who work either through business training or education institutions, and through them we work with their kind of graduates who develop a business plan, and we look at whether they need finance. So the loans are provided from $500 to $20,000, and they're at a reduced rate of interest.
So these are people who normally, you'd say, in a way, are financially excluded. They may have a great entrepreneurial idea, but usually they're not going to get a bank loan. They can come to you and get a small... Well, let me ask the first question. Do they repay the loans?
They definitely do repay the loan, and we've had, over 1,000, we've had a default rate of just under 8%. Which, from our end is much better than what we expected. But what we're looking for is people who, what we call, aren't able to have equity, but have sweat equity. So they've got a great idea, they haven't just dreamt it up the night before, but they just can't get the finance. So we really want them to have put a lot of thinking to design a really feasible business plan, and then we're happy to give it a go. And
I guess that's where you get to giving them the loans or offering those loans, but how do you actually then assess from that point whether they're having the positive impact, if they're actually being successful? Is it just on that kind of repayment rate, or are there other measures you look at?
Well, primarily from the bank's end we do look at the repayment piece, but through our partners and through this piece of research that we've done with the Centre for Social Impact, we've been able to look at, the broader impacts of the program, and what we were interested in was the social and both the economic impact to the broader community. And what we've found is that it does have a very, a broader ranging impact in that out of these businesses we looked at, over 300 jobs were created. Quite a percentage of these were from people who are unemployed. And also that, an additional $44 million in turnover was added to the economy.
So that's great news. So what we effectively do, sorry to interrupt, but so what we're doing, we are giving the loans for businesses. Many of the businesses succeeding. Then they go on and employ people. So you've got the economic benefit, and presumably as they're doing that, they're coming off welfare payments.
They're coming off welfare payments. We're contributing to the tax scheme, but I think also an important one and harder to quantify is, they're actually feeling more included in their society, they're happier in their families, and they've got a sense of drive in that their idea's up and running.
So you're getting both an economic and a social return on this, which is great.
That's right. And I think what's important for us is, it's good from our organisation's perspective, but it has these much far-reaching implications for our broader society.
And I think the bottom line is, your estimate is that the net benefit's $2.5 million. Really good start. I think it's really interesting because when we talk about small loans, we so often think it's something you do in developing countries. I think you're really showing that it's worthwhile to do in Australia, so well done.
Totally. Thank you.
Thanks, Corinne Proske from NAB.